They came from faraway young seekers carrying questions heavier than their luggage. They wanted to know how to live in this world, to succeed, to remain calm when life threw both joy and pain at them. Their teacher, Master Shunri of Cloud Hill Monastery, was said to be one of the wisest men alive. Yet when they met him, they were stunned. He laughed all the time. He laughed when the rain poured, when the wind howled, when the tea spilled. He even laughed during meditation. The disciples grew uneasy. They had expected solemn silence, deep wisdom, serious meditation. Instead, their master behaved like a delighted child. Finally, one of them could not hold back any longer. "Master," he said, "how can laughter lead to enlightenment? Shouldn't the path be serious?" Shunri smiled gently. "Ah," he said, "the path is serious, yes, but you don't have to be." He picked up a leaf that had fallen beside him. "You see this leaf? It falls without regret. It dances as it drops, not because it knows anything, but because it doesn't resist. You, on the other hand, resist everything. You carry your ambitions, your fears, your plans, your comparisons. You call that discipline, but it's only weight. Tell me, can a man climb a mountain faster if he carries boulders on his back?" The disciples said nothing. Shunri continued, "Enlightenment is not a crown you wear. It's a coat you drop. And what is this coat? It is your pride, your fear of failing, your obsession with being someone. You keep trying to become worthy, to achieve, to prove. But awakening is not about adding, it's about removing. When you drop the coat of seriousness, you are naked. At first, it feels strange, like losing control. But then comes the laugh, not the laugh of madness, but of relief. The laugh of someone who finally stopped trying to hold the sky." He paused, eyes soft and bright. "That is how one should live. Life will give you both joy and suffering, sunlight and storm. Do not cling to either. Dance through both. Work hard. Yes, but don't be hard. Pursue your goals, but let go of the outcome. Be sincere, but not serious. Then your effort becomes play, and your play becomes prayer." The disciples understood. For years they had chased perfection, mistaking tension for effort, exhaustion for devotion. Now they saw that the true way was not to strain, but to flow. They could live in the world, build, dream, and achieve without becoming prisoners of their goals. Freedom was not in running faster, but in dropping what weighed them down. That ancient teaching is more relevant today than ever. We wake up checking notifications, measuring our worth by promotions, number of followers, income, appearance, achievements. We walk around pretending to be composed, while carrying invisible pressure on our shoulders. We try to balance work, dreams, relationships, expectations, self-improvement, and somewhere along the way we forget how to breathe, how to play, how to laugh. We chase happiness by tightening the grip, when true joy begins only when we loosen it. We think we must choose between success and peace, between ambition and inner freedom. But the truth is simple. You don't have to give up your goals. You only have to give up the weight. Life will still have challenges, deadlines, heartbreaks, rejections, achievements, victories, dreams fulfilled, dreams shattered. It will keep giving you everything, the good and the painful. But the heaviness you feel doesn't come from life. It comes from how tightly you hold it. When you stop trying to control every outcome, when you stop comparing, when you stop treating life like a test you must pass, something inside you becomes light again. You still work hard, you still chase your goals, you still give your best, but you are no longer a prisoner of results. You act freely because you are not afraid. That is the laugh Master Shunri spoke of, the laugh of someone who has finally stopped trying to carry the sky. And so the old Zen teaching becomes a modern truth. Drop the pressure, not the dream. Drop the fear, not the effort. Drop the heaviness, not the responsibility. Life will always contain joy and suffering, The secret is learning to move through both without losing your lightness, because in the end, one thing decides everything. Whether you live like the leaf rooted but free, or like the stone trying to be strong but sinking under your own weight, choose lightness. It's where power, peace, and success meet.